What's going on, everyone? It's Alex. Thanks for joining me back for another video and checking out the channel. So before we go any further today and talk about what today's video is about, just wanted to share real quick that I finally got the garage a little bit more situated. In the last couple of videos, I had a lot of boxes and crap piled along the sides. Obviously, I still do have some stuff sitting around, and the garage is far from organized, as you can tell from my lovely toolbox right there. But I have both the Z and the S2000 in the garage sitting comfortably. These are the two of the smallest cars that I own, and there's not too much space, obviously enough to walk through, open the doors on either side. Now with the garage being cleared out, when I want to work on one of the cars, I can pull both these out. And then one of the nice things here in Florida, it's a common thing, is it's just one big garage door for the two bays instead of being split in the middle. So you can just pull one car right in the middle and have plenty of room to work around the outside. But anyway, now that I shared that, let's get to the point of today's video. So a while back, I forget, a few months ago, let's say, I started making some changes to the Infiniti. Before we go into that, I just want to say that before I bought the S2000, I was deciding whether I wanted to get the S2000 or boost the G. Obviously, there's some of you that will agree with my decision to get the S2000, some that will disagree and said I should have boosted the G. But anyway, this is the decision I made right now. And down the road, I can always sell the S and boost the G. But the decision I made was to get the S2000, and with that decision, I also plan to do some more work to the G in terms of some modifications to give it a little bit more power and just kind of stick with the naturally aspirated side of things for now. So, as I started to say, a few months back, I got the arc grip exhaust for the car. I originally had a muffler delete and the Stillen high flow cats. I still have the Stillen high flow cats, but I did get rid of the muffler delete and got a true catback exhaust. I really love it. Sounds great. But one of the next things that I wanted to do, which is the topic of today's video, is change out the Stillen high flow cats, and there's a couple reasons why I want to do that. So there are a couple reasons why I wanted to get rid of the Stillen high flow cats. The first is they're still catalytic converters, so with me continuing the naturally aspirated modifications, which will include some intake work down in the future, I really wanted to focus on getting rid of as much restriction as possible so that the car can make obviously as much power as it can once I'm retuned. The second reason is I know for a fact the driver's side is damaged. When I was going through a construction zone a while back in New Jersey, I picked up a piece of a brick from the front end. I don't really know how it got tossed, but anyway, it got tossed up underneath the car, did some damage underneath, and some of that damage was putting a dent in the driver's side catalytic converter. And I also do believe that the substrate in the cat, which is the mesh screen, which actually filters out for the emissions, I think that's either loose or rattling around or something like that. Ever since I put those on, there has been a little hint of a tin noise or rasp noise under hard acceleration around 3,000 RPM. I'm not 100% sure that's what's causing the rasp, but regardless, I'm going to be changing them out, and hopefully that is the problem, because it is a little bit of an annoying sound, especially under, like I said, hard acceleration. It kind of it's just, like I said, just this tinny noise all the way to red line, and I just wish it would sound a little bit better. So I'm getting rid of my high flow cats. What am I going to install instead? So on my Z here, I have the Motordyne ART pipes. I got them years ago, basically when they first came out. They were about 500 bucks back then, and I think they're almost 600, if not $600 now. So even though that they sound really, really good, and that was kind of my first choice, I just couldn't really justify the cost at this point. So then I started looking into just regular test pipes, both non-resonated and resonated. I'm not a fan of rasp, so the non-resonated test pipes were quickly eliminated, and I started focusing on resonated test pipes. And in talking to some people and doing some of my own research and knowing some of the companies that are out there, I decided to pick up a set of Berk resonated test pipes, and that's what's going to be going on the G in a few days. So here's the new test pipes. For those of you that don't know, this is the resonator portion. Other test pipes that don't have the resonators, just the normal piping all the way through. What's cool about these Berks is they come with an extra bung here if you wanted to do a wideband sensor. And then the regular O2 bung is a little bit extended and restricted inside. You can't really tell, but it helps to eliminate any check engine light for getting rid of the cal converter. I have an Ecutech tune, if you don't already know, so that's not really an issue for me. But for those of you that aren't tuned yet, that could get rid of a check engine light that normally would be there. Also in the box, I got some new gaskets, both for the 3-bolt flange here and a 2-bolt in the back. Haven't had the best of luck with these composite type gaskets in the past. Mostly on the Z, on the track. Once they get heat, once they get real hot, they tend to blow. But hopefully they'll be all right on the G for daily driving. And then obviously you can see here the hardware that they also included. Now if we come over here, I have the stock catalytic converter from the G37. So visually you can compare the two, and they are quite a bit different. Obviously there's a lot more to the stock one, a lot more restrictive. And if you hold it up, even facing the light, you cannot see a darn thing through it. So those are the Berk resonated test pipes that I did pick up about a week ago or so. I'm going to be installing them very shortly. So the only real thing that I'm nervous about is how the car is going to sound with test pipes, with no restriction from the high flow cat. Hopefully, like I said, it doesn't sound too raspy, and I would really actually like it if it took care of the little bit of tinny noise that I have right now with the Stillen high flow cats. But in any event, I'm really excited to get these installed and start working more on the G in terms of the the NA perspective, doing some more modifications with it. I also have a few more parts on order on the intake side of things that I'll be sharing with you shortly that I'm really excited to install and get the car retuned once the whole package is taken care of. Also, once these are installed, I'll be doing a sound comparison, so I'll be doing a before and after the Stillens versus the Berks, so definitely stay tuned for that. And I'm really excited to see how the sound is between the two. So thanks for watching this video. If you're excited to see how this turns out and kind of, my opinion on the Berk resonated test pipes, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Drop a comment down below if you have any questions, anything to say. And as I always say, thanks to everyone for their continued support. I really do appreciate it. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, it would mean a lot if you did so. So I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day. Thanks again for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.